Hi there, this is Leisha with Soul Talks with Leisha. Wow. This is my inaugural video for what I'm about to embark on. There's a lot of truthers in the community, star seeds, light workers. What other names do we give ourselves? Empaths, people who are awake and spiritually quite mature, I guess, emotionally and spiritually mature, who are on this path, and a lot of us haven't yet added our knowledge. And you know who you are. There's a lot of us, yeah. We've been born with this knowledge. We've always known there was something wrong. Yeah. You're born feeling maybe like a bit of an alien. There's a lot of us, right? And we need to be grounded, and we need to be communicating together now. We really need to be gathering together, but in really organising grounded projects, I guess. I'm really loving what Tarot by Janine's been saying, that we self-love and we're kind of walking between two worlds at the moment, or sometimes multiple dimensions. A lot of us do, but from a very basic perspective, we're walking between the two worlds of the 5D and the 3D. And so because we're still helping people to shift, we need to be very grounded in our approach. We have to bring the knowledge through to people in a very grounded way, that they understand that they're not just going to reject. And even though a lot of woo-woos out there now, we still need grounded projects. So that's what's required. Grounded movements, and it's not just in what we're going to do in the new world, it's how we're going to keep fighting this fight, which is a spiritual war, as we all know. So fighting this spiritual war, I think individually, again, as Janine says, I love Janine, and I know many of you do, she talks about our self-love. Without our self-love, we can't just go, you've got to love everyone, because if you don't have your own self-love, then it's literally impossible to do that from a space of truth, because the vibration is lack. Yeah. So we can't fool ourselves into going, well, I love everyone, when we're feeling lack within ourselves. So we have to go back to what's triggering us. And I had an experience yesterday. I come from a very interesting family, like many of you do, and we used to call them toxic, but let's face it, they're just in pain and damaged like all of us are. And maybe a little bit more asleep, and maybe not as advanced or as old, haven't recycled as many times as we have. So take away the judgment, they're in pain, right? No understanding. But those types of families have inflicted pain on us through their lack of understanding, and we've taken that on. And even for the light workers and the star seeds, and we've got knowledge and we understand, but we still feel pain. We still, particularly from family members, right? So anyway, so I've got this experience. I've protected my mother from some certain situations, and like a lot of you out there, I feel energetically, and I'll get it in different chakras. So when people are nasty about me, I feel it in my head. When they're feeling sad, I feel like I'm being stabbed in my heart chakra is painful. When I literally feel stabbing in the back energetically, and I feel physical painful sensations, right, when things are going on. So I know. And I've always used the tried and tested things that we've all been doing for eons, which is, you send it back, you send them light, you cut the cords, you beam up and do all the work that we've been doing. And then I just stopped and I thought, it feels a bit convoluted, and I feel like we've moved past having to do all of that. And so I just sat with it, and we all get our messages, and I got, well, where is this coming from? And I'm like, okay, well, it's coming from me feeling like I've got to justify things, and I've got to, in some way there's a shame, that we hold shame, and we don't necessarily want to admit it, but we hold shame when we feel rejected, right? Because there's this questioning, why are these people rejecting me? Well, we know intellectually, but until we embody it on a frequency level, it doesn't go away. And then I got this knowing, talking to God, people call the universe, whatever, Jesus, but I do speak to Jesus, Mary, I speak to other alien beings, so just letting you know, a lot of us do this. So I got this message, do you feel loved? And I'm like, yes. And then I was shown my beautiful immediate family, not my birth family, but my immediate family, my children and my husband. And I could feel all of their love. And then it was like, you feel love from God and the universe. And I'm like, yes, I do, because I can live in grace often. Like, things just flow for me. I'm quite fortunate. And then, so you feel loved and adored. And I'm like, yes. So beam that out. And all I had to do, and it's seriously amazing. So I went from feeling the stabs in the heart, in the side of my head and in my heart, and I'm getting stabbed in the back and feeling it all at once. And I just went, okay, I'm going to go with this. So I just put out this affirmation through my body. I'm loved, I'm adored. I'm loved, I'm adored. And literally, it was amazing. So simple. It went away. So I had this big smile on my face. And all of a sudden, all of the pain, all of the things went away. I didn't have to do all of the cord cutting or anything. It was just that simple. And then I got this knowing that we're at a point now where it's so simple. All we have to do is live in that frequency, but it's coming from that self-love. We have to acknowledge every day that we really are loved. And that's when people talk about living in the grace of God. We're all in the grace of God. We're all walking in that space. But through our own judgment of self, through all of the propaganda and all of the mechanisms that they've used that have affected us in so many different subtle ways to fuck with our minds and make us think that we're less than, even subtly, even all those unconscious levels, it puts little holes in our auric fields and allows these attacks to come in that we're feeling. But all we have to do is stand there in the truth, which is we are loved unconditionally and we are adored unconditionally. And then we're just living in grace. And it's really that simple. I would love to hear from anyone who tries this, please. I'm loved, I'm adored. Literally just put the frequency out. As I was traveling home when I did this experience yesterday, I put it through my body. Like I said, I felt my aura perfectly aligned. Everything was beaming. And then I started to put the energy outside of me. So the same frequency of those words and the frequency of what that means. And I'm hoping that maybe together we can use that frequency to help to change others, through the whirlpool effect and the ripple effect. Anyway, let me know if you try this and give me comments. Let's have a chat about what's going on for you and how we can help each other. I'm Leisha, and I'd love to hear from you. Bye for now.